Hi, everybody. I'm Arkush for ChicagoSunTimes.com as we review the Chicago Bears Week 12 21-13 victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The good news, of course, the Bears now with a 2-game winning streak. The shaky news, it's not often that your football team wins and you feel worse about them after a win than you do about a loss. They were not very good against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and in fact, the game itself was kind of a comedy of errors. The Bears defense did play better in the second half. There is something to hang your hat on. In fact, they sacked Josh McCown 5 times, found a pass rush that we have not seen all season long from the Bears, and a lot of it was from players you might not expect. Cornelius Washington gets a sack. David Bass gets in, gets a strip sack. You've got Stephen Paia with 2 sacks on the day. So that part of it is encouraging. The part that's got to be frustrating is Lovie Smith came back as the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, fired by the Chicago Bears after 9 years because he couldn't figure out the offense. Well, against the Bucs Sunday, the Bears had their worst offensive output in now a year and 11 games under Mark Trestman. They managed just 204 yards on the game. Yes, that's right, for the whole game. Here's a situation where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come in as one of the worst teams in the NFL. They outgained the Bears 367 to 204. The Bears were just 4 of 16 on third down attempts. That's 25%. Now, they did finally find the balance in that offense that Trestman's been looking for. They ran the ball 26 times through 27 passes with the 3 sacks. That's 30 pass attempts versus 26 runs, but neither worked very well. The passing game was awful, dropped passes everywhere, and Matt Forte, who is probably the best player on this football team right now, he continues to perform as well as he can. He had over 100 of the Bears' 204 total yards, but against the Tampa Bay run defense, again, one of the worst in the NFL, they were only able to average 3.5 yards per carry on those 26 rushing attempts. Jay Cutler, well, you can't put this one on him, really. Again, 5 drop passes in the first half alone. You just wonder where the wide receivers were. It was a team that was completely out of sync. One of the things that is curious at this point is Mark Trestman going to have to scale back his playbook? Because the bottom line is this team didn't know where to line up at times Sunday. They had more pre-snap penalties, and they're just not performing like an NFL offense. Now, at 5-6, the Bears have got a couple Thursday games coming up. They're very much alive mathematically in the NFL playoff race, but is this a team that can contend for a playoff spot? Victories the last couple weeks over bad football teams don't do a whole lot for you. You can imagine the uproar had they lost either of these last 2 football games, and particularly to Lovie Smith and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday. But at halftime, trailing 10-0, it looked like the worst was in store. Where do the Bears go from here? Well, again, the good news in the second half, some young people on defense stepped up. It looks like they're going to have to. Lance Briggs went down about halfway through the game with a groin injury. Don't know how serious it is yet, but he will almost certainly miss at least another game or 2. Certainly this Thursday, won't be able to get ready quite that quickly. So the Bears have now got a quick turnaround, and in the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving, this is as tough a test as they've had all season long. Should we celebrate the victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or should we be concerned? We're going to find out very, very soon. Right now, a lot of disappointed Bear fans in spite of the big 21-13 win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's it for the review of the Bears Week 12 game. We've got the best in sports 24/7 for you right here, though, at ChicagoSunTimes.com.